So without further ado, let us spin the wheel and see what we get as the second deck of today. Glimpse Combo. All right. So the Glimpse of Tomorrow deck comes in 2 different flavors. So we could, of course, play the Glimpse Elementals deck, which is basically just Elementals, but then has Glimpse of Tomorrow. Or instead of this boring version, we can play the all-in poker table version. Spoiler, this is the version we'll be playing. So, what the heck is Glimpse of Tomorrow? It is another suspend cascade spell, and this one does the following. Shuffle all permanents you own into your library, then reveal that many cards from the top of your library, put all non-aura permanent cards revealed this way onto the battlefield, then do the same for all aura cards, and put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So basically, it takes all of the permanents that you have, including your lands, and then you flip other cards off the top of your deck until you hit the same number of permanents. So other than other copies of Glimpse and Violent Outburst, any other card you hit in the deck will be hit via Glimpse, which could be just lands, which would suck, or it can be Shardless Agent, which would also suck because you're not casting it, but it can also be Fable the Mirror Breaker, Halo Forager to cast Glimpse again and spin the wheel again, Fury, Chancellor of the Forge, which is a thing that makes a Goblin token via a Leyline opening hand effect, Atraxa. And then we've got one with the Multiverse, which is an 8-mana enchantment. You may look at the top card of your library, you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library, and once during each of your turns you may cast a spell from your hand or top of your library without paying for it, Omniscience, and Emrakul. We also, of course, have in the land base Colony Gardens so that we can get 2 permanents for the price of 1, Gemstone Caverns, and then an assortment of other, stuff. Sideboard, Leyline of Sanctity, which doubles as yet another permanent that you can put into play for free on turn 1. Force of Negation, Mystical Dispute. I don't know why the 4th copy of Glimpse of Tomorrow is in the sideboard. 1 Dead and Gone, more Bosages, and more Gemstone Caverns when you're on the draw. So, let us jump into a league with Glimpse Combo. All right, game 1 on the play with Glimpse Combo. So, we've got 2 Cascade spells. And I guess we just keep any hand that has 2 Cascade spells in it. So keep. All right, Misty Rainforest, pass the turn. Opponent plays Windswept Heath. All right, let's fetch in what? Stomping Ground? Yeah. Untap. Play Gemstone Mine. Pass the turn. All right, they did not fetch on my end step. They're fetching now. Getting Temple Garden. Godless Shrine. Okay, Abzan Colors is probably the food combo deck. Yep, it's the food combo deck. So Gemstone Caverns, and then do I want to Cascade now or on their turn? I think I will do it on their turn. I'll just wait for them to maybe cast something and then on the stack Outburst. Also, they may just do nothing that I care about, in which case I can just not do it, and then on my turn I can go Colony Garden and then Glimpse and hit more permanents. I don't have to do this unless they get the combo immediately. So this is whenever a non-token creature enters, you make a food, sack 3 foods, return a historic card from the graveyard, which is artifacts, legendaries, and sagas. So we are playing Glimpse Combo, Ninja Campbell. Opponent is highly in the tank trying to figure out what to do here. I assume that based on the lands that we have that they think we're a Cascade deck, so they're probably wondering whether we're Rhinos or... Well, we're obviously not Living End because we haven't been cycling at all. Also, I don't think Living End plays either of these lands. So they probably assume that we're Rhinos and that we have maybe like Dead Gone or something. Forest. No attacks. Yeah, so they think we're Rhinos. All right, well, it's time to do it now. Colony Garden. Trigger. Shardless. All right, Cascade. We revealed... All right, cast the spell. Let's see what we get. Wow, that was terrible. We hit Fable, 2 lands, and another Shardless. All right, well, I guess I'm not... Yeah, I guess I'm not paying for this. So, no. Fable trigger. Then this one resolves. All right, I guess we have to set up for next turn then. They're courting for 1. So they're going to get the cat or the Viscera Seer. Then we might just die. So if they have the Salk Atlet, we die. They shock a thing in. They're casting Ranger Captain, and then they can go grab the thing. Man, that sucks. What a terrible hit. 2 lands, Fable, another Shardless Agent. Ranger Captain's also a problem because it stops our cascading. So yeah, they're just doing it now. Yeah. And then they just sack this, bring it back over and over. Yeah, they got it. All right, game 2. What am I boarding? Dead Gone, so I can kill their guys. I don't think anything else, though. I guess, what are they likely to bring in? What is in that deck? So they can bring in Drannith Magistrate. Yeah, Drannith Magistrate. Okay, so what does that let us do? Nothing, really. We just have to get there before they get it. What am I cutting for Dead Gone? What's the worst card that we can hit, really? One of the Omnisciences, maybe? I don't know. That's probably wrong. It's probably Fable. All right, let's cut a Fable. Submit. Is this why the cost of Cauldron Familiar has been going up so high? Yes, that is the reason. All right, game 2 on the play. Oof, that's rough. We have double Carnley Garden, but then we don't have a blue land for Shardless. So if I draw a blue land by turn 3, then this hand's great. But if I don't, then it's just a dead hand. So I have to mulligan this because there's no guarantee we'll hit blue by turn 3. All right, we have Fury, Shardless. I guess that's an all right hand. Keep and then just throw a land back. Throw one of the gemstones back. Now throw back Otawara. I guess I'm going to do it anyway. Throw back Island. All right. Gemstone Mine, pass the turn. Fetch, Shocking in Temple Garden, playing Gilded Goose. All right. Well, there's a Glimpse in our hand. We never ever want to cast that. I guess I will suspend this. Why not? Suspend this. Go ahead. So Gilded Goose on turn 1 means they can have Ranger Captain on turn 2 to potentially stop cascading. All right, fetch. Yep, there's Ranger Captain. So now we're probably just going to... I guess we have to what? We have to Fury this and then... They grab Cauldron Familiar. So we have to Fury this, they'll sack it in response, and then we'll go off the next turn. Yeah, so that's what we have to do. So play this, evoke Fury. Yeah, they sack it in response, and then pass the turn back to them, and then just hope they don't have another answer. Third land. They play the cat. They play a Gilded Goose. All right, our Glimpse goes to 1 counter left, right? All right, play Colony Garden. Trigger. Let's Cascade. Shardless Agent. Cast the Glimpse. We have 5 permanents. What do we hit? Atraxa, Chancellor, Fable, 0 lands. All right, so we make a Goblin Shaman. We Atraxa. I was really hoping I'd hit Fury out of all of that. So I guess I'm going to take, what? Colony Garden, Violent Outburst. I don't want to take the other ones, right? Yeah, well, okay, it's fine. One with the Multiverse for the enchantment, and then Creature will be the other Atraxa, I guess. Is that all the options? That's all the options, right? Done. Then Chancellor of the Forge triggers. We get 3 Goblins with haste. Then Shardless resolves. It itself doesn't have haste, right? Yeah, okay. And I've played a land this turn, so I guess I just attack with these haste goblins now. Wait, we had 5 permanents, but only got 3 things in return, so 2 of the things we flipped weren't permanents. You don't get them if they're not permanents. Oh, they can chord here too? Come on. All right, so they're just going to chord for what? Or chord for 1 for Viscerous here? So they just have Sam in their hand then? Or maybe they don't, but if they do, we just lose now. Sack the food. They're casting Company. All right, if they find Sam, we lose the game. They found Sam, of course. Yep. All right. Well, I can't really be upset about losing to Variants playing this deck, so... All right, game 2 on the play. We have no Cascader, so we mulligan this. All right, we have a Cascader, but we only have 2 lands that are both mono green, so if we don't draw a 3rd land to cast these things, then we just... I guess I have the Chancellor in my opener, plus I can evoke Fury and Outburst in response if I draw a red land, so I think I'm going to keep this. Keep this, put Omniscience back in the deck, and then reveal this from the opening. So I start with a 1/1 haste goblin. Then I'm going to play Colony Garden and attack with this goblin. Opponent plays a swamp. All right. Well, there's another mono green land. So forest, attack with the goblin, another swamp, suspend Profane Tutor. All right, so opponent's definitely on Coffers. All right, need to draw blue or red. We did not. Well, let's just play this Beseiju, keep attacking with a goblin token. Goes down to 1 counter on the tutor. Urborg. 2 mana, cast Night's Whisper. At least they're not interacting with us yet. All right, keep just attacking with this goblin. So they go to 14. We still don't have the mana to cascade our guys. Profane Tutor comes off suspend. So they could potentially do anything really bad here. They could go Karn, Tutor, Chalice on 0, and then cast it, and then we just lose. Coffers, 4 mana, 5 mana. They play Invoke Despair, sure. Sack the plant. Did they really tutor for Invoke Despair? I feel like there's a million better things they could have got. All right, please draw blue or red land now. Nope. All right, attack with the goblin. Play another land. Bunch of mana with Coffers. 6 mana with Coffers. Plays Professor Onyx. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, each opponent loses 2, you gain 2. +1, you lose 1. Look at the top 3 of your library, put one of them into your hand, and the rest in the graveyard. -3, each opponent sacks a creature with the greatest power, and then -8 doesn't matter. They're casting March of Wretched Sorrow on our token. Sure. Please draw red land. Please draw red. Blue, black. All right, so I was hoping that I could Fury... I guess I can still Fury this a whole bunch, so I just can't Fury with Outburst to get them before they die. So let's go Watery Grave untapped, and then cast Shardless. Let's make sure to float the mana beforehand. All right, Shardless. What do we hit? Cast Glimpse, and we got 4 permanents to hit. Did we seriously just hit Shardless 2 lands? Shardless 2 lands. All right, we can Outburst still. Would I like to pay the 2 life? For what? Oh, for the land, yeah. Yes. All right, Shardless hits the field, so we can fetch now for the for the red mana. Oh no, yeah, for the red mana. Fetch, grab, it doesn't matter. Stomping Ground. Blue, red, and then let's evoke Fury, exiling this, and then do 4 here, and then evoke Fury here, kill off Onyx. So resolve that, and then cast Outburst before the evoke goes away. Glimpse of Tomorrow, cast. How is this the best stuff we're hitting? Fury plus Fable. All right, Goblin Shaman token. Fury hits nothing, and then the other Fury's dead already. All right, pass the turn. This seems like a skill issue to me. You should pre-order a Commander Master's box so you can practice being lucky. Yep. If I draw a blue or black land, I can Halo Forager the Glimpse out of my graveyard next turn. I guess if this doesn't die, I can also attack and then use the treasure. But they're just going to pay a bunch of mana to play something broken, right? They're paying 9 mana, right? Torment of Hailfire. What is this? Yeah, so we just die, right? 7, so that's... We lose all 3 of these, and then we lose. Yeah, okay, we lose. All right, Coffers deck. What in the world do I want? I guess Leyline of Sanctity to protect from hand disruption. Yeah, Leyline to protect from hand disruption, cutting these worthless Fables, and one other card. I assume they're playing Orcish Bowmasters, so that makes Chancellor of the Forge much worse. Yeah, but we just need to high roll stuff. Furies actually seem kind of bad here, so yeah, I can cut one of those, let's say. Maybe just 2 Furies, Fable back in. All right, let's just play this. Would I like to play first? Of course. All right, we've got Shardless, Fable. I guess we keep this. All right, keep, land, go. Do you like Halo Forager in these types of decks? It's good in this deck because you can hit the Glimpse out of your graveyard and do it again. Opponent plays Baradur. Let's just grab one of the shock lands. Sure. We drew a land. All right, well, play Stomping Grounds tapped. Go ahead. Opponent plays a Swamp. Duress. At least they can't take Shardless. All right, so they take the Fable, and we draw Atraxa. All right, I'm pretty sure we just have to try to combo right now. So let's Shardless, see what happens. Cast Glimpse of Tomorrow. We hit 2 lands and bricked on the 3rd card. Jesus Christ. All right, and then we've played a land this turn, so pass. How have we not hit anything good every single time we've cast this so far? Opponent, 3 mana. Plays Necromentia. So now they're just going to Necro the Glimpses out of our deck. So now we got to play the long game of Atraxa and whatnot. Our deck is filled with goodies. Omniscience, Emrakul, etc. And we're just hitting garbage every time. Not even filling back up on the same number of permanents. All right, so they took out Glimpse, right? Yeah. All right. So I can Shardless and it'll cascade into nothing. I guess it's better to play this than do nothing else. So shock in this, cast Shardless. It'll cascade through my entire deck, hitting nothing. And then just attack with this Shardless. So I have to just play the very, very long game and try to beat them to death with Atraxa. All right, opponent plays a land. They're casting March of Wretched Sorrow on one of our Shardless agents? Or they're casting Grief. What are they doing? March of Wretched Sorrow on one of the Shardlesses. But they have something else they want to play this turn. What does this do? If a thing died, make an orc. Casting Duress, Sharp. All right, we drew Omniscience. Attack with Shardless agent. Swing. All right, they take 2. They're at 18. Let's grab Misty Rainforest, pass the turn. Opponent plays Coffers, which is mana neutral at the moment. All right, they're just passing. So fetch. Let's get Watery Grave. All right, we drew Shardless, so let's just attack them and then play Shardless post-combat. That got in. All right, Gemstone Mine, cast Shardless. And they did nothing at the end step either. Play another Swamp. All right, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be Onyx. Yeah, Professor Onyx. +1, they lose 1. It's look at the top 3, get 1, bin the other 2, right? Yeah. All right, I guess we just attack Professor Onyx, because otherwise she can just start picking our creatures off. Attack Professor Onyx. All right, Professor Onyx goes to 2, pass the turn. Plus Professor Onyx again, they go to 14. Putting Shieldred's Edict Urborg into the graveyard. They put Urborg into the graveyard. Okay, yeah, because they have another Urborg. Do we get Tormented now and lose the game? 7 mana. Shieldred's Edict, each opponent sacks a non-token. Sack Shardless. Opponent play 7 mana to do what? Knight's Whisper, draw 2. Triggers again. Opponent Baradors to make a 2/2 Orc army. Okay. Well, we're many turns away from actually being able to win this game. They have a draw engine. I guess I attack Professor Onyx. What is any possible way I win this? I have to draw 2 lands back to back so I can play Atraxa. Another Coffers. All right. 10 gajillion mana. We're getting tormented, right? Yep. All right. Good game. 0-2. Round 3. On the play for round 3. We have 2 Cascades and only 2 lands, but it has Cascades in the hand, so let's keep. I just need to hit any 3rd land. All right, Scalding Tarn, pass. Opponent plays Breeding Pool untapped. All right, back to us. Gemstone Mine, pass the turn. Any third land. Any of them. They just have one land. They're cycling Lorien on the end step. Oh no, it hasn't gone to their turn yet. I thought it went to their turn already. All right, so this is Rhinos, Steam Vents. All right, back to us. They're gonna ice our land on upkeep, sure. We drew another Fury, pass it back. Third land, they fetch. Shotgun is Steam Vents. All right, Shardless, Cascade into the Rhinos. Please draw land now. Still didn't draw land. Well, I guess I can Fury both of these, so... Oh no, I can only Fury... No, I can Fury both of them. All right, so kill one of these Rhinos. Opponent casts Subtlety, sure. Subtlety back the Fury, obviously putting it on the bottom. And Subtlety dies. All right, now we're going to do another one. Kill a Rhino. All right, pass the turn back. Well, they obviously attack us. So we take 6, go to 14. And then we really need to draw a third land. All right, well, that's a third land, but it's a tap land. So Colony Garden. Pass the turn. Opponent flashes Outburst. Are we just dead now? They're putting 12, 14 power into play. So if they have any way of removing this plant token, then we can't block the Shardless Agent and we lose the game. Or if they just have... Dead Gone goes to the face, right? All right, block the Shardless. Fire and Ice or Dead Gone, right? Or just Fire and Ice. All right, fetch. I don't think it matters which one I grab, so let's just do this one. All right, we're going to need quite the hit. So they have the mana to just cast Force Negation anyway, so I guess let's just, yeah. Misty, cast Shardless. Cast Glimpse. Do you have Force Negation? They do. All right. Game 2, what do I want? I want my own forces and Mystical Disputes to counter their stuff. Okay, so Mystical Dispute doesn't counter their actual Cascade hits. It only counters... So Force counters their thing. Dispute counters other forces or subtleties. But subtlety doesn't matter. Okay, what am I throwing back? Putting all of this in makes the Glimpse hits much worse is the problem. It's also possible that we're going to get into a counter war. Or they're going to counter our Glimpses a lot. Since they're a Force deck and they're bringing in more counters, presumably, it's possible that we can actually run out of Glimpses. So I think I'm supposed to board another one in. And I think I'm supposed to board all of this in. Which means I have to cut 7 cards. Well, Fables are pretty bad. Furies are also pretty bad. So just keep that. All right, submit. On the play, we have the Outburst in hand. So I'm going to keep Outburst plus 3 lands. So I'm keeping this. Reveal Chancellor. We start with a 1/1. So I'm going to fetch a red land. Stomping Ground, because we already have blue here, so Stomping Ground enters tapped, and then just swing with this token. And then next turn I will suspend Glimpse, and then we'll do Outburst on their upkeep before they have Force mana. Fetch a Wooded Foothills, grab Stomping Ground. They're shocking it, they're suspending Footfalls. Okay. Play Gemstone Mine, suspend Glimpse of Tomorrow, attack with this Goblin, swing. Footfalls goes down a counter. Opponent plays an island. Take a counter off of our Glimpse. They're going to ice us in the upkeep, of course. Yep, sure. Play an island. Attack with the Goblin. Swing. They go to 14. And then we just pass it back. Footfalls goes down a counter. Play their third land. And they're passing it back. All right. Glimpse of Tomorrow goes down another counter. It has 1 counter left. Opponent is icing us again. Icing us again. So I can Outburst now, but there's... No, so I don't have the mana unless I do it now. Yeah. So I have to do it now, and if I have Force, they have Force. Okay. Cast Outburst. Cast Glimpse of Tomorrow. Atraxa, Shardless, Emrakul. We finally hit something good, boys. All right, Atraxa. Wow, that's a lot of lands. Okay, Dispute, Atraxa, Beseiju, or Colony Garden to set up further ones. Done. All right, they're conceding to this Emrakul on the board, which I imagine they would. So running it back, Gemstone Caverns comes in on the draw, and then what do I not want? I'll cut one of the Mystical Disputes, I guess. Do these line up just poorly? These probably just line up very poorly, don't they? I'll cut one of these and put a Fable back or Fury back. All right, submit this. We have Halo Forager, Force, and we do have Glimpse. We can't suspend it. This hand is not keepable. Mulligan. All right, this hand is keepable. We'll put back a land and then reveal for the Goblin. And then we can go Colony Garden, land, Shardless. All right, attack with this Goblin token. Opponent goes to 19. Play Colony. Opponent fetches. Finds Ketria Triumph. Plays Misty. And they suspend Footfalls. Alright. Argo. I'll play Scalding Tarn and attack with this Goblin. Swing with the Goblin. Alright. They go to 17. It's their turn now. Rhino is on how many counters? 3 counters. They fetch a Forest. Play a Beseiju. Cast Blood Moon. Oh, crap. I passed priority without fetching this first. That's a problem. Well, I shouldn't have done that. Because now otherwise I could have just fetched an island and then that still wouldn't have done anything, right? I should have just fetched the island though. All right, well, we're gonna lose to Blood Moon now. Even if I had, I still can't play anything. All right, attack with this goblin token. So what's the plan now? Just lose very slowly to Blood Moon? This is gonna come off suspend. All right, so they didn't do anything. So we're just gonna attack with the goblin again. They're casting Violent Outburst. All right, we're gonna lose to these Rhinos now. Unless, what can we possibly draw to not lose? Even if I drew Glimpse immediately next turn, we would still lose to the Rhinos. Yeah, they got it. All right, 0-3, on to round 4. All right, we are on the draw, and we have no Cascade spells, so mulligan. All right, we have a Cascade spell, so we'll keep this and put one with the Multiverse back. Opponent plays Misty, passes it back to us. All right, let's just run out 2 Colony Gardens in a row. Opponent cracks Misty, gets Zagoth Triumph. All right, so we're playing against Elementals. Plays Delighted Halfling, plays another land. Why put 1 back instead of Emrakul? Because if we find 1, if we hit 1 or Omniscience off of the Glimpse, then we can just cast the Emrakul from a hand. Play another Colony Garden and pass the turn. Opponent fetches, finds Rogran Triumph, 4 mana, Omnath. That's tempting, but Teferi's in their deck, so let's just do it now. Cast Outburst. Go grab Glimpse. All right, we have 5 permanents in play. Let's see what we hit. Well, that's not great, but I guess it's okay. Kill Omnath. We at least hit a Fury to kill this Omnath. All right, this resolves. None of our guys have haste, so it doesn't matter. We've played a land this turn, so now we just pass it back. All right, red, green, blue, white. Oh, they're just going to play another Omnath? All right, a second Omnath. And we don't have any Cascades in our hand, so we have no follow-up. Fetching, of course. And they're getting a basic plane, so now what? Solitude our Fury? Elish Norn. Well, we can still beat a Norn. Fetch, get the Shockland out of our deck. All right, we drew a Cascade spell. I'm still going to use Fable's ability. Let's put both of the Shocklands back, I think. Or no, let's put Emrakul back at this point. Or let's discard Emrakul. Yeah, so discard Emrakul, discard Watery Grave probably. Or just Steam Vents. All right, both of these. Emrakul trigger. We get another Glimpse back into our deck, another Cascade spell back into our deck. We drew Land Chancellor. So if I attack with the Shaman, they'll just block it. If I attack with Fury, they'll just block it. I can Outburst in combat and make Fury a 4/4, but then it still trades with whatever they block with. So it's probably better to just cast Outburst here. All right, so Gemstone Mine and just Outburst. All right, we have more permanents this time. Let's see what we hit. Cast Glimpse. All right, that's pretty good. So shouldn't this ability go on the stat? Oh, no, it doesn't because of Norn. Yeah. Okay, so we get more stuff. No ETB from the Chancellor. There's no ETB from the Colony Garden either. All right, well, this board still doesn't beat their board. I can't attack with anything, so let's just play a land. Oh, no, I've played a land this turn already. Okay, I guess we just do nothing. Pass the turn. This board still doesn't even beat their board. Cast Solitude, eat 2 of our guys. All right, so these 2 go away, and then we need to draw a Cascade again. Attacks with Elish Norn, obviously no blocks. All right, we go to 23. We drew Fury, which we can't even use. So use Fable's ability. Discarding what? Colony Garden has no effect right now, so that's a land that's bad. This card is just expensive. We're never casting it. So put these 2 back. We drew Colony, and we drew the exact 2 cards we just discarded. Amazing. All right, discard the same exact 2 things off the other Fable. 2 more lands. All right, I can Suicide the Shamans, which is probably actually correct, because then it at least means I have treasure tokens instead of Shamans that can be killed by creatures. All right, attack with the Shamans. I do get to flip both Fables next turn, but yeah, it's fine. All right, treasure, then they're just going to block both of them here and here. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'll just play a land to go get another Shockland out of the deck. Pass the turn. Opponent goes to combat. We will not block. No blocks. Take 11, go to 12. Plays another Delighted Halfling. And they just have nothing else? Okay. Fetch. Grab any land. Doesn't matter. All right. We drew a Cascade spell. Excellent. So Fable flips. The other Fable flips. So what's the best move now? It's probably just play a land and then it's go Outburst. So they're going to attack and then we can go Outburst. Or we can go block, Outburst so we don't take damage. The alternative is I hit Outburst now and I hit like super good awesome stuff and just win the game. But with Elish Norn in play, that means none of the ETB triggers go off. They don't have to Fairy, otherwise they would have played it. It's possible that they have Leyline Binding. There's like so many things it could be. All right, I'm just going to play. There's also always the possibility that we find what? So with all the ETBs shut down, I can't draw more cards. I can't give anything haste, so it's probably just pass. So let's just play a fetch land, and then pass with Outburst up. All right, go ahead, opponent. They immediately go to combat. All right, let's block here, here, and here, and then cast Outburst. All right, Outburst, cast Glimpse. They're going to bolt one of our guys just so we have one less permanent. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 permanents. How is this what we hit? We hit Shardless Chancellor that hits no triggers, 4 lands. Opponent plays Fable. All right, fetch. Grab a tapped land. Okay, I guess we just play Fury as a blocker. Grab the island, play Fury, and then just pass. Leyline Binding. They take both of our things. All right, I'm just dead on board. Yeah, I'm almost dead on board. I block here, 4, 7. No, I am dead. All right. So I only realized now I should have changed some cards in this deck, but I'll discuss that in the wrap-up. Anyway, sideboard games, we can't let Teferi resolve or we just lose, so all of that has to come in. Let's see. I can cut one of the Gemstone Caverns. Fable is total garbage in this matchup. Fury is also... I guess I need Fury in case Teferi resolves before we go off. So maybe we don't need the Mystical Disputes. All right, submit. On the play, keep... Oh, no. Yeah, so keep, that's fine. And then we have this, so reveal. Then I'll play Colony Garden, and then attack with the Goblin, and then pass. Plays Delighted Halfling, and then passing it back to us. Let's see, if they just play Fury and tick it up next turn, then we can't go off, so I need to Fury this Delighted Halfling. Alright, so play this tapped, cast Fury, and then Delighted Halfling dies, and then swing with the Goblin. They go to 15, pass. Opponent plays a land, plays white for Prismatic Ending on the token, sure. Alright, let's just Tarn for Island, cast Shardless. Alright, Shardless. What will the roulette wheel give us this time? Glimpse, cast this. Alright, Omniscience won with the Multiverse, so we're gonna win now. Cast Emrakul. Yep, that did it. Alright, sideboard games. Gemstone Caverns come back in. What else? Fury out. If they just play Teferi and tick it up, Fury doesn't even do anything, so... Oh, I need Mystical Dispute, not Fury then. I guess Fury is the only way to get it off the board, but it takes double Furying to do that, so yeah, just counter spells. Submit. Sometimes you just get to do the thing, yeah. We do not have a Cascader, so we have to mull this. We do have a Cascader. We have 3 lands. Okay, so let's keep this. Put a card on the bottom. So what am I doing? I'm keeping land, Violent Outburst. And then, can I reveal this and then get rid of it with Gemstone Caverns? I guess it doesn't matter which one I do, right? Put a card on the bottom. So it's one of the big ones. I guess I would rather hit one with the Multiverse than any other card. So let's put that on the bottom. Our opponent's milling to 5. So reveal this one and reveal this one. Exile a card from hand. Omniscience? Can I exile this and also reveal it? I'm not sure, so I'll just do this one. Alright, so we have land, Phyrexian Goblin. Opponent plays Delighted Halfling. Alright, if they've got Teferi, then we just lose. I guess, okay, so let's not play Otawara, so let's go land, pass. Chalice of the Void on 0. Well, that's going to be the game. Run in 6, ping our Goblin, right? Yeah. I guess we can eventually get up to enough mana to Otawara this back to their hand. So I'm just not going to fetch now. Alright, Tarn, and then we'll just pass it, and then double fetch, and then double fetch, and then Gemstone Mine, pass it back, and then Otawara the Chalice. Opponent fetches, Zagoth Triumph, and they're going to run in 6 the land back, and I guess they just don't have Teferi, so they're hitting us. Alright, fetch, grab one of these. So if I can't grab Watery Grave as one of them, or no, Gemstone Caverns fixes for whatever, so let's just get this, fetch, get this one, then back to our turn, Gemstone Mine, pass, plays the land, casting or cycling Rogran Triumph, picks the Rogran Triumph back up with Run in 6. We're going to get hit by the Halfling, sure. We take 1, go to 16. Alright, Otawara, bounce Chalice. Alright, so I guess just do it now. Blue, red, red, red. No, I need green. Red, green. Alright, let's do that. Cast Violent Outburst. Cast Glimpse of Tomorrow. What's going to happen? Emrakul, Colony Garden. Alright, they are not necessarily dead. They still have Solitude and Teferi in their deck to bounce this. So, oh, and Leyline Binding would also deal with it. So yeah, they have a lot of answers to Emrakul. Sacred Foundry, yeah. If they're getting it untapped, that means they're going to cast Leyline Binding. And there it is. Yeah. Alright, pass it back. This deck has 1 Boseiju in it, right? Yeah. It looks like they found Teferi. Yeah, alright, we're dead. I guess no, we're not dead. If I find Boseiju, I can Boseiju this on their end step, and then get it back. That's basically the only thing that does it. So I just want to fetch to thin my deck to increase the odds of getting Boseiju. Alright, land, go. Opponent cycles Rogren Triome. It's basically just Besage or bust. Opponent picks up a thing with Ren and 6. 5 mana for Solitude. Solitude, our plant token, sure. We take one from the Halfling. We drew Omniscience, pass it back. They actually have enough permanence that if I were to do that, they wouldn't necessarily be dead, right? And now they're going to play Omnath and gain life higher than what Emrakul can kill them with. And then we go to 6 on this attack, so we can't even attack with Emrakul without dying. All right, they got it. 0-4. On to round 5. All right, round 5, we're on the draw. Huh. We have 2 glimpses in our hand. So no Cascade, but we do have 2 glimpses in hand. It's going to be a really slow hand if we do this, though. We're suspending it on turn 2, and then we don't get it until another 3 turns later. Yeah, that's just too slow. Molt. All right, keep this. Put Omniscience back. Oh, we're playing against Burn. All right, Swift Spear, hit us. All right, Misty Rainforest, go. Goblin Guide, Lightning Bolt. So now we're going to 12. We revealed Fable on top. All right, fetch, put Stomping Ground in, tapped, and then play Steam Vents, tapped, and pass it back. All right, if they can deal us 11 on their turn, they win. It's also very possible that even if they don't, we just brick on the Cascade. Roiling Vortex. All right, so now we just lose the game, right? Because even if we Cascade, then we just die to this Vortex. So the Vortex resolves, and then we take 4 to 7. Then the Vortex puts us to 6, and then the Cascade puts us to 1. So we have to win that turn in order to not lose. And the only way to do that is, so we get some haste goblins with Chancellor of the Forge, but that's not enough. We can't haste Atraxa, so we can't gain any life. Even if we put Emrakul into play, we can't attack with it. If we Omniscience and cast Emrakul for free, we take another 5 and lose the game. So where are we at? We're just actually dead. So it's correct to concede here so that they don't know what we're doing. All right, so what do I want? Dead Gone to kill off early... Okay, so definitely Leyline of Sanctity. And then what? Fury stays in. Let's see. Cut one of the Gemstone Caverns on the play. Fables are kind of bad. We can cut those. I suppose I can get one of these in the deck, but... Okay, it kills Goblin Guide. We probably want that. I probably want that on the draw and not the play. So let's submit like this. All they know is that we're Rug Colors and are playing Fable the Mirror Breaker, or that we're Rug Colors and are playing Fable the Mirror Breaker. All right, we don't have any Cascades. Mulligan. We still don't have any Cascades. We do have Leyline of Sanctity in the hand, but the hand's just not doing anything. And I don't have double red for Glimpse anyways, so it's just going to be another Mulligan. All right, Mulligan to 5. Well, I do have the double red for Glimpse. I also have Fury, so I think I will keep this. What am I putting back? Halo Forager. I have to put 2 cards back, right? So I have to put Halo Forager back. I can't put back... I guess I can put back a land, right? So I put back the Fetch Land and Halo Forager, and then I have these 3. All right, let's do that. And then reveal this. All right, play that, attack them. Inspired Vantage, Swift Spear. All right, we take 1. Mine, suspend this, swing with the Goblin, and now we unsuspend in 3 turns. All right, Lava Spike, and then I can Fury both of these. So we go to 12, take a counter off this. All right, cast Fury, target both of these, swing with the Goblin, and they're passing it back to us. We only have 3 permanents, though, so we have to get exceptionally lucky when we hit. They're going to Boros Charm us, sure. We're at 8. Oh, there's Leyline, so just keep attacking? I guess, yeah, keep attacking. If they play a haste creature and attack, I'm not blocking them. Play a land. All right, is this off suspend yet? It is, right? They are instant speeding, Boros Charming us again. All right. Lightning Bolt us to 1. Okay. Cast this, and let's just float the mana. What mana can I even use in my upkeep? I don't think anything, but whatever. Let's float it anyway. All right. What do we hit? That's not very good. I really needed to hit, like, Omniscience or something. Well, we can't do anything, so if our opponent has any burn, we lose. We drew a Glimpse. All right. I don't know why they're passing it back to us. So they're just going to upkeep Bolt us or something. Yep, another Boros Charm, the 3rd one. They got it. All right, 05. What a disaster. Okay, so Glimpse combo. I realize only now, after I already joined the league, that I should have included the Lord of the Rings land cycling cards in this deck. So, because these are basically lands that are also big permanents to spin into. So what really should happen with this deck is there should be less lands in the deck. So let's add 4 of these to the deck. The red one as well, Oliphant, and then add these. The blue one is a spell. We don't have white mana in the deck, so then the Swamp Cycler as well, probably. Yeah, this one. And then instead of all of these, so what would we cut for that? I think the Fables are just straight up bad. So we can cut those. We can cut, and then we always need lands that all of these can find, right? Maybe not the trolls. Maybe just one troll, because we have one Watery Grave in the deck. And then that means I need fewer fetch lands if I can just go find the mana. So cut down on the number of fetches. Maybe just all the fetches out of the deck. We do still need to be able to actually go get all of our colors, though. And then maybe one of these, and what's the last cut? One of the Halo Foragers, probably. So something more like that, where we're essentially subsidizing the lands with these land cycling cards, and then when we glimpse, we hit these rather than just more lands. There's also probably better like other good things that we could hit besides all of this stuff, even though these are, for the most part, good hits. So I think that is what you would do going forward. But overall, yeah, the deck is just a giant roulette wheel, and you will just brick on it a lot of times. There's also, so in the Glimpse Elementals version, there is a Wave Sifter, which you can evoke to make 2 clues. The idea being, since you don't have anything to do on turn 2 anyway, you could just have these in your deck. And I understand the thought process. They're also just terrible things to go into, but we could potentially play Wave Sifters as well. So if I was going to change that here, I guess I would do the following. So add in the Wave Sifters, and then cut some of this stuff. We don't need all these Emrakuls. Cut down on the number of same legendaries, and then Omniscience. These are probably actually better. You usually don't have a lot of cards in your hand by the end of things, so just maybe 1 here. So something more like this might be a better version of the deck. It increases the odds of you hitting actually useful threats as opposed to more lands. So I think if I were to ever play this again, which I won't, but if I were to, or if you were to, play this instead.